Hello, welcome back to another video. Once again, just some empty-headed doodling. I did start out kind of messing with some stuff, trying to make sure that everything had the settings that it needed, because I went ahead and just did this on my desktop, which I haven't been able to do for a very long time. But this thing edits like a dream. It's so nice in comparison to my poor laptop that was doing its best. Don't get me wrong, it worked out pretty well, but it did have some times where it would lag a little and stuff like that, and there's nothing I can do. I couldn't take the strain for it, so yeah, and it just gets really hot. And a while ago it just made a horrible noise, and I thought I've got to do something, and that's kind of mostly why I ended up getting computer parts. Also, they were super on sale. And on one of the things I bought, I saved over $300, so I couldn't beat that. Anyway, that was the whole thing. I was just testing some recording to begin with, on some sketches that maybe you'll half see whenever I'm just scrolling around. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this outside of the comments, but Mischief has always been my favorite because it has an infinite canvas, and it's amazing, and the file size isn't huge. And one thing that I really liked about it as well, outside of just the infinite canvas, which is the best thing in the entire universe for somebody who loves sketching and I like to think while I sketch, it gets me through things. If I run into an edge, it just throws me off. It really messes me up when I don't know, I just become more conscious of space, I guess, and it makes it really difficult for me to get what I need while I'm resizing, trying to fit all of my thoughts, and then I have to open up another layer, and I don't know. It's always bugged me a little bit, which is funny because I've mostly drawn on paper for most of my life, but Mischief was a huge game changer, and it was heartbreaking when it got sold and then dropped. So anyway, yes, infinite canvas, but the thing that I really like about it is you have the ability to export just specific parts of the canvas, or even what you're only viewing in the canvas, and you can choose the DPI and whatnot that it saves in. And that was really good for me when I was making little digital sketchbooks for my Gumroad, because I did most of my sketching on Mischief at the time. Even to this day, I now do. For a while, I couldn't get it to draw with opacity, and I thought that was it. That was the end. My favorite thing was gone, but thankfully it started working again, and I think that was just due to, some random Windows update, so yeah, it's still the best. You know what would be the most amazing pair-up would be if something like Supernote ended up with something like Mischief as an app that you could use. I would shell out more money than I ever needed to. I would take on another job. I would do what I had to do just to get something like that, because it's really freeing. It really helps a lot. I guess I should maybe talk about these scribbles. I don't know. I started drawing the dude in the middle, and I thought, I don't know, I was just gonna draw some little poses. I wasn't even sure anyone was gonna have faces. I wasn't really all that worried about it. I just wanted to feel myself sketching. I just needed that. Definitely that day. I really hurt my back at work the other day, so I need whatever freedom I can get, because I am hobbling around. It is sad days for me, and I leave in a few days, so I'm hoping it feels better before we have to travel, because it is very painful. But yeah, I ended up seeing, I think I was trying to draw a big eye, and I was going to put an eyelash on it, but I just did a quick, I don't know, hand flick movement, and it made this shape that looked like a finger to me, so I just thought, I'll just put fingers as eyelashes, I guess, on this eye. And then after that, I did the guy with the weird, I don't know, wooden head or something. I don't know what he's made of. And I don't know, I was just kind of having fun with it, so then these two characters just came to be. So I guess there's not much I can say. That pose on the right is kind of odd, but I just wanted to try to draw that specific pose for some reason. It just came to mind. There's no reference. No referencing is happening here. That's why some stuff is very wonky. I do that one guy's legs all the way on the left, too short. I usually check. I just take my fingers and pinch out the size for the legs versus the head and torso. It should be roughly the same. And yeah, I just didn't mess with it too much. Maybe I lengthened them at some point, I don't remember, but. And I know I had to get up during the filming of this for a bit. And when I came back, I just wasn't feeling it as much. But that does happen. It's hard for me to get taken out of things that I'm doing. And the whole time I was drawing, I'm pretty sure I was talking with my youngest brother, because he's been drawing a lot. So we were talking about drawing while I was doing this. And I think watching a game. Been my constant state lately. Since I can't do too much else. But today, as I'm doing this voiceover, I only have a little bit of time because I need to go and deliver some packages that I got for my friend because he has been trying to order some computer parts for himself, and they will not get to him. It doesn't matter what he does, they will not get to him. He's tried multiple places, and the shipping is just terrible. So I'm like, hey, I have horrible shipping luck too, but maybe I can get these for you because I got mine in okay. So yeah, they're here. I got all of them. It took some time, but they're all here, and we're gonna go deliver those today, so that is good. It's very good, but it does mean I don't have a lot of time, and I still haven't packed, and we still have to do the market, and we got asked by some people to do some basically just burrito catering. So, and some dessert. So we're gonna have how much is it? It is 60 burritos, was it? I think 60 burritos on one day and 30 on the other, and one of those days is the day that we leave in the like midday, I think. So running out of time to do that, but I would really like to get this video scheduled because I managed, and you'll know definitely by the time this comes out, but I managed to get through a bunch of videos from all through July into the second week of August as of this video. It would be cool if I could do more, but we'll see. We shall see. I don't know how much time I'm really going to have because I really do need to pack, and with my back hurting, even the thought of all of that bending down is agony, but I'm going to work at it. I'm going to figure it out. His frolicking has 0 forward motion because it was very much unplanned. Very, very much unplanned. Yeah, this is the one where I came back and I was just not feeling it. I couldn't think of a pose. I was struggling. You can see that I didn't pull the shoulder forward, so my body's not twisted the way that it should be. Oh, I am getting a phone call. 1 second. So yeah, I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but that was the whole thing, is I had walked away and gotten a little weird, and I should have pulled the shoulder forward and twisted his torso a little bit, but I did not. Things like that seem really obvious later are very frustrating, and I did shift his body down and try to adjust, but again, it just wasn't It just wasn't quite right, and I should have just redrawn it. But I did not. I was just like, I'll make it work as best as I can, and then move on. Now he just looks very round. I like to get back into being able to play with shapes a little bit more. But until then, I am still struggling with basic stuff again, so. We'll get there. And then I think this is the last drawing. I actually didn't know what this was going to be until I did these lines. And then I thought, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna draw, like, I don't know, some sort of merman type creature. I really like making things like that are meant to be like a cross between a human and, I don't know, some animal or whatever. I really like to make them more creature-like instead of more human. I was just thinking about some stuff that some fish have, where, you know, like the lionfish and stuff, where they've got like a lot of spots where spines and stuff stick out. So that's kind of where I was going with his with his ears and face and stuff, is maybe someone that sticks down in the coral or whatever. Very much a predator though. And I figured he'd probably be a bit bigger than your average person. Negating the tail. He's just large. And yeah, I wanted to give him some cool flowy hair, because I was just imagining how that would animate if they were down in the ocean. So I really like how the kelp and things like that kind of move in the water. In documentaries, not someone who goes into the ocean. Yeah, I made it very simple. I really like drawing things with tails like this and moving them forward instead of backwards, like they're guarding themselves with it. For some reason, I've been attached to that idea since I was very young. I just thought it was cool. Same with wings. I like to draw things with wings kind of pushing them out and protecting something. Getting pretty close to the end of this. I don't do as much detail. It was another time that I had to get up because I think I was being called and then I left again. So just a quick little background to place him. And yeah, that was the finished picture. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Have a good day or night, and bye.